Okay, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome, okay? Welcome po yan. Good afternoon, this is Luis Magalong and welcome to the Moving Beyond Crisis Series Part 16. So magandang hapon po muli sa lahat. Okay, we are on our Part 16 series entitled Restart Your Personal Finance Approach in this new or in the new normal. So special thanks to our partner speakers who have been with us from the previous series since Part 1. Thank you po kay Mr. Prudy Verso, Mr. Al Ian Barcelona, Mr. Cleve de la Calzada, Ms. Jenny Magalon, Mr. PJ Lanot, Mr. Joel Elio, Mr. RD Abelio, Mr. Joel Cruz, Mr. Great Mabuti, Ms. Michelle Padulanan, Mr. Efren Cruz, Ms. Apple Manansala, Mr. George Winiki, and Mr. Boris Joaquin. These are the speakers who have given their time freely. Okay, special thanks also sa magiging speaker natin later. Okay, sila po yung nagbigay na kanilang mga oras at libre po yan nilang binigay sa atin because they believe in what we are doing. So speaking of that, why we're doing this, it's because of the Burden to Breakthrough campaign. The Burden to Breakthrough campaign is our fundraising campaign to provide swab booths and PPEs to our frontliners or the hospitals that we have chosen and coordinated with. We send them swab booths para po yan makatulong sa ating mass testing. I'll show you also the screen para po ma-appreciate natin better. Okay, oops. Oh, wait lang po. Nagkamali. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yan, please do like. Nakalimutan ko po. Ito po dapat ang una kong slide. Like, follow, and subscribe. Okay, we are now present in YouTube. Paki-share. Help naman po, paki-share. Okay, dumami po ang ating mga followers or subscribers sa ating YouTube. I think 6 na po sila. Okay, nung nakaraan 2, 4, ngayon 6. I-share nyo naman po para marami po mag-subscribe. But also, honestly, seriously, the webinars that we're doing, the vertical parallel webinars we're doing, the Moving Beyond Crisis webinars, ina-upload po namin yan sa YouTube so that you can also watch and see them in YouTube. Also, we are also present in Facebook, of course. Kaya yan po ang ating FB Live, ang ating page, Vertical Parallel Asia. And, okay, you can also catch us in Instagram and LinkedIn. Okay, ito pong ating speakers na previously have joined us from the previous series. Thank you, and we're grateful. VP is really in debt for your kindness and generosity, especially with your time and wisdom. All right, okay, ito po ang Burden to Breakthrough. Why we're pushing this? Because we believe that we can be help on this one as this is a communal effort together with you as a family natin sa Vertical Parallel. Burden to Breakthrough, we protect as one against COVID-19. Ito po ang ating mga swabos na binigay. Yan po ang ating mga dinonate sa Amang Rodriguez Memorial Medical Center. They're also thankful. To know more about us, please do direct message us. Okay, the numbers are written on your screen. Also, the accounts and also for other donation options, please do get in touch with us. We will be happily assisting you. Okay? Moving back, the Moving Beyond Crisis series, ginawa po ito or we have created this specially for you, our viewers, and our, if you're doing the audio or listeners, di ba? But thank you. Para po sa inyo, we consolidated or we have gathered the best speakers in the country to educate us in their own specialties or in their core specials expertise. I mean core expertise. Okay, so please do catch the Moving Beyond Crisis series. Just be on our regularly visit our page, Vertical Parallel Asia. Right, and also we are doing a masterclass. The masterclass is done and delivered to you via the recorded training modules. We have the online-based training where we do it in Zoom or in WebEx or in online platforms available. And also, since Vertical Parallel, we've been doing trainings for more than a decade. We exist to bridge you to success. We are still doing the office-based trainings wherein we go to your office, help you analyze, create something of value to you to move you towards progress. Okay? And speaking of that, allow me to invite you on our transformational leadership to be led by Mr. RD Abelio. Transformational leadership, broadening our inspiration by deepening our transformation. Mr. RD Abelio is an executive coach, a certified John Maxwell trainer, a leadership performance coach, a member of the American Society of Training and Development. He's one of the best speakers when we talk about transformational leadership. Like what we say in LLJ, where I belong to, where we talk about leadership. There are other facets, and there are more than just one facets of leadership. So we start this in the smallest or unit ng pwede tayo, or our families. Okay, so until such time as our leadership increases and develops into a leadership that changes a culture. So yan po ang transformational leadership na tinatawag. So to know more about that, also we want to prepare and equip you not only to be if you're a visionary leader, not or if you're on the other side of the leader, you were in action oriented or results driven leader, we would like to equip you with these two things. So to make you more of a visionary leader, or if you are the other type of leader, we would like to make you the results driven or action driven leaders. So ito po yung kailangan natin for this new normal. That's why I'm encouraging you to join us in this transformational leadership happening this August 4 and 6, 2020. Yan po, meron po tayong it says executive leadership, 8-hour masterclass, inclusive of the e-manuals and certificates, with, of course, a free consultation as we move along. Because of that, allow me to also to invite you to the transformational leadership, the 3+1. Okay, 3+1 applies also to our transformational leadership. If you are a group of 4, okay, and you want to avail of that free slot, please do get in touch with us. Direct message us direct message us at the Vertical Parallel Asia page. Sasagot po kami, gising po kami 24/7, di ba? Okay, the 3+1. I guarantee you this would be helpful sa ating leadership, not only career but in our leadership lives. Okay, ikaw man ay may nililid ngayon, as we believe we are all leaders. Okay, in areas that we have and influence as well. So as a leader, as you follow other leaders, ito po ang encouragement namin sa inyo. Please do join us, the 3+1. Okay, also, the Building Confidence in Speaking happening this next week. Okay, next week na ba yun? Next week, July 23 to 24. Okay, the Building Confidence Speaking, the power of you, power of audience, and power of presentation. The power of you, where we talk about how you prepare yourself as you do speaking, as you build yourself, having this such confidence and conviction as we speak. Okay, the power of audience, how we connect with our audience, how we deliver, and how we bring in the learnings. And the presentation is creating presentation that works for audiences, how we connect and how we move them into action. All right. Also visit our page every day. Daily we do these quotes, different quotes where you can share. Hindi lang po share, you can tag your friends yan para po maibahagi niyo po. Continue visiting our page every day. Gumagawa po kami yan daily. Okay, so please do visit, please do share. Okay, click like, heart. Okay, since napag-usapan na po yan, please do click like naman and heart para naman po ma-acknowledge namin kayo. Post a shout out on a comment page para po naman mabati namin kayo. If this is your first time, welcome. Salamat po sa oras na binigay nyo. Kung kayo naman po ay patuloy na sumusubaybay, ang Tagalog yung sinabi ko, no? Salamat po. Na-appreciate po namin yung ginagawa niyo po. Salamat din po dahil alam ko po na iho-host niyo po a watch party, di ba? Please do share. Please, if you know somebody who would benefit from our topic today, please do host a watch party, share or tag them, because I guarantee you makakatulong po yung topic natin. Not only for today, but also the previous series that we had. All right. Okay, so next week, okay, join us on July 21 with Mr. R.D. Abello as he talks about for our Series 17, Transforming Crisis into Opportunities. Ayan. So, but today, allow me, okay, to introduce our speaker. Oh, by the way, please do, whenever you share the posters that we're doing in Vertical Parallel page, Vertical Parallel Asia page, paki-hashtag naman po, Moving Beyond Crisis, and hashtag Burden to Breakthrough. Okay, to continue to like and follow us in yung sa mga ibang YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So, allow me to introduce our speaker. He is one of the best speakers or sought-after speakers, trainer, and resource person when we talk about finance. He is also a book author. He wrote, and marami na po siya sinulat na libro. He is the author of the No Nonsense Personal Finance, The Money Manifesto, Everyday Manifesto, Build Your Future Today. Okay, yan po ang mga sinulat niya. He's not only a good book author, he's one of the best resource persons when we talk about finance. Like I mentioned, he's also a columnist at the Inquirer.net. Okay, personally, he's one of my favorite. He's one of my mentors, and siya po yung isa sa mga naging instruments in how I met my wife. O, di ba? Special yan. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce this afternoon joining us to teach about your personal approach, your personal finance approach in this new normal. Let us all welcome Mr. Randell Tiongson. Okay. Sir Randell. Sir Randell. Hello, Sir Randell. Oh, di ba?
Yes, yes. Game na?
Yan. O, game na. The online stage is yours.
All right, sige. So good afternoon to everyone. So thank you. Congratulations, vertical parallel. Did I say it right? Vertical
Yes.
parallel for for success of. And I know you do. You do a lot more. So sobrang ako naman privileged that na-imbitan niyo ako. No? Anyway, so good evening. I'd like to welcome all of you to this session. My session will be very, very short, and I'd just like to share some principles. I was given the task to talk about to manage finances during the COVID. And let me tell you something, no? COVID, non-COVID, ECQ, GCQ, normal times, basically the fundamentals for managing your finances remains the same. Wala po tayong binabago, although siguro the amounts will change a little bit, but basically I just want to lay down some foundations for you guys. So I'll make it a little bit brief, no? So I know I'm given like a half an hour or less to do this. So let me just share my slides. Yeah. So let me start, no? So let me start. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Randell Tiongson. I've been in the financial services industry for 32 years. 32 years. So I'm already in my 50s, no? And I have the privilege to be the ninong of Jen and Luis, no? So kailan ba kayo pinasal? 10 years ago? Tagal na rin, ano? So this is something that I'm really honored to be able to help them with, no? And it's, I just want to share a little bit on how to better handle your finances, no? I think there are no shortcuts. And what I want to teach with you briefly tonight is to lay down the foundations for what should be a sound way to manage your finances, no? Okay? Bakit? Ito ang pinakamalaking problema ng mga Pilipino ngayon. We are in what you call a sandwich generation. What do you mean a sandwich generation? While a lot of us are working, we're supporting our parents financially, and we're raising our kids or our children to be. So what happens to us is, we are pressured financially because of that situation, because of our culture, what we do. So nahihirapan tayo ngayon. And basically, imagine if you're working today and you're supporting your parents financially, diba? And now, maybe an extended family. Alam mo naman Pinoy, extended family tayo. And then you would raise up your kids. Medyo wala tayo may ipon. So much so that when we are old, we end up with not much. I think that's a sad part of a lot of us. About 93% of Filipinos don't prepare for retirement. So much so that when we do hit our old age, we are challenged financially. So that's why we are dependent on our children. Many of us are dependent on our children. Umaasa tayo sa mga anak natin. Kayo, tumutulong kayo sa magulang nyo. Wala akong masama. In fact, that's admirable. Pero siguro, I think dapat mabago na natin yung storya natin ngayon. Kasi I think marami sa atin, ganito pa rin ang ginagawa. We need to start to change these things. Diba? Alam mo naman yung story. Diba? Pag hindi ka nakaipon, aasa ka sa mga anak mo. Yung mga anak mo mahihirapan. Tapos, alam mo yung story ng Pilipino, pag walang pera yung magulang, pinapapasapasahan, pero pag may pera, pinag-aagawan. And that's a sad part. And I guess one of the reasons why I do what I'm doing, because I want to change the story. The story should not take this. The story should begin to change. In fact, that situation of what we're doing right now, hindi po ito yung normal. Kasi nakasanayan natin na normally, ganito yung nararamdaman natin. Hindi po normal to. In fact, we are actually discouraged from doing that. Now, again, akong masama tumulong sa magulang. Pero kung ikaw magulang, you need to start preparing for yourself para hindi ka naaasa sa mga anak mo so that your children can take care of your children. So ang dapat gawin is, ako as a parent, I'll take care of my children. My children ultimately will take care of their children. So I need to start preparing for myself as well. In fact, the Bible even is very clear about these things. 2 Corinthians 12:14 says, "For children are not obligated to save up for their parents, but parents for their children." Ang ganda na sinabi, no? We need to be responsible for our own future because our children need to take care of their own children. We take care of our children, and our children should take care of their own children. That's how it's supposed to be. Pero hindi na natin ginagawa, and that causes a lot of problems. So, hindi lang COVID na naging issue natin pagdating sa finances. It's our culture, it's our belief systems that needs to be changed. Again, wala pong masama tumulong. Kung may extra ka, di ba? One way to show your love is to help them also. Pero as a parent, huwag mo nang gawing obligasyon na tulungan ka ng anak mo. Start preparing for yourself. Now, yun doon sa mga nauna, baka mamaya pakita nitong scripture na to sa tatay at nanay niyo. Nay, narinig ko yung seminar sa vertical parallel. Sabi dito, 2 Corinthians 12:14, "For children are not obligated." Wala na tayong magagawa ron. But you can do something about yourself. And I want to encourage you, this should be your motivation, your biggest why, on why you should continue to manage your finances and ultimately even build wealth. No? Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the sinner's wealth is laid up for the righteous." So, ganda na sinabi. So, we want to be able to do that. Now, I know mahirap sabihin, madali sabihin, mahirap gawin. And building wealth is not something you can do overnight. Okay? COVID or no COVID, regardless of the situation, it is something that we need to constantly build on as we try to siguro build something that is strong, a legacy that we can leave to our children. So very important that we understand that. Ang goal ko, and thank you Vertical Parallel for giving me a platform. I have no idea how many of you are watching. Ang goal ko, ang vision ko, our mission ko sa buhay, is to want to engage Filipinos, help them financially become able, so that ang problematic we're spenders. We want to shift from being spender to saver and ultimately to become investors or business people or entrepreneurs. So basically, yun yung goal na gusto namin gawin. And thank you, Vertical Parallel, for giving me a platform, for inviting me here. Alam ko, inaanak ko kayo, kaya lang kayo napilitan akong imbitahin. Okay, so what I do is I tell people, kasi ang problema ng mga Pilipino nagmamadali. They want to be rich, they want to build their wealth overnight. And unfortunately, there are no shortcuts. Okay, you have to do it that way. And I wrote this book in 2013. Wow, that's 7 years ago. And prior to that, I was teaching this. And the way to build your portfolio, your wealth rather, is to do it by steps. So step 1 is improving your cash flow. Step 2 is getting out of debt. Step 3 is setting up your emergency fund. Step 4 is understanding life insurance and life risk. Step 5 is investing for the future. I wrote this book. I think I've sold over 60,000 copies of this book. But again, I just nadaanan ko lang to briefly. No? I know I'm only given half an hour or less for this. So I would like to just briefly go through all of these things. And maybe in the future we can engage, or you can check out my YouTube and my Facebook account so you can see more of these things that I teach. So first and foremost, the most important thing that you need to learn is how to handle your finances well, handle your money well. Diba? I mean, kasi nangyari sa atin dahil lang, iba natuto na magtipid kasi merong ECQ, GCQ. Diba? Dapat doon pa tayo marunong mahumawak ng pera. So pag napipilitan ka, wala kang choice. So it starts by handling your money well. You do that by learning how to budget. Increase your cash flow. Learn how to make more money, spend less money. Diba? That's the whole concept. I mean, sure, there's a lot of speakers here at Vertical Parallel who teach you how to engage business, how to grow, how to improve your capacity so that you can earn more. Marami sila tinuturo ito. I see they're promoting my good friend R.D. Abello. Listen to that guy. He's really a brilliant guy. And then, if you try to continue to invest in yourself, in your capacities, then you will become to learn how to make more money. Pero as you make more money, the problem of a lot of us is not so much in making more money. The bigger problem is spending less money. It's ability to control. This is the management of the finances. That's why very important that as we make more money, we also spend less money. Sabay natin ginagawa yan. To do that, of course, you should learn how to use budgets. You should learn how to have control. But more of these things, this is discipline. Discipline is very important because finance is really more behavioral than it is mechanical. Ibig sabihin nito, hindi to about head knowledge. One of my favorite speaker author is Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey will always say, finance is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. And that is discipline. You should always have a healthy cash flow. The inflow of cash is greater than its outflow. Yung lumalabas should always be lesser kung ano pumapasok. You should always live within the means or your means or below your means. That is the whole concept. Ngayong ECQ, GCQ, natuto tayo. Sana moving forward, we can carry these disciplines that we have. Because that's one of the best things that you can do to be successful. Kahit hindi na kayo matuto mag-stock market, mag-ano-ano, basta marunong kayo nito, eventually, I guarantee, you will eventually build your wealth. Right? So you focus on the discipline more than anything else. When you do that, it prevents it. You will now get out of yourself out of it. Kunyari may utang ka, and kita mo nababaon ka na sa utang, nalulunod ka na. The discipline will allow you to get out of that debt. The way you manage money, may pera ka na, may pambayad ka ng utang, to do that. Doon sa mga nakikinig na wala masyadong utang, huwag nyo nang subukan. Mas maganda debt-free. And if you do get into debt, you practice what you call a good debt. Kasi there's good debt and bad debt. A good debt allows you to build your assets and grow your cash flow. And that's gonna be good. May negosyo ka, you do that. So sometimes di maiwasan. So those are good debts. You avoid consumer type of debt, credit card debt, personal loans, utang dito sa yung araw-araw na niningil, nakamotor. You want to be able to avoid that because those things matataas ang interest. So get out of debt, start paying off your old debt, and avoid new debt. Very important you do that. I wrote a lot about this, no? So you can check on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube about these things. And of course, if you get a copy of my book, unfortunately, wala akong print na libro ngayon, but there's an Amazon Kindle that you can actually get also as well. So learn how to get out of debt, pay off old debt, and avoid new debt. All right? The Bible is very clear. It reminds us sa Bible, pag binasa mo, daming warning. Sabi dito, the rich rule over the poor and the borrower is a slave to the lender. And I guess naniniwala kayo na pag masyado kang baon sa utang, you feel that you really feel that you are enslaved, and that's why it's warning. It's warning us a lot. So be careful on how to use debt. Stick to good debt. Minimize. May mga rules kami tinuturo dyan, like 30%, only 30% of your net take-home pay should be paid on amortization, and stuff like that. So you try to learn. A lot of these things you can research about them as well. All right? So you don't have to buy my book, but you can. A lot of this information will be available for many of you. Okay. Now, kaya nga gusto ko sana tayo, pasensya na, I have a very boisterous dog. Sana, debt-free is the new status symbol. Okay? Sorry about my dog. Debt-free is the new status symbol. Sana ito yung ganito natin. Kasi tayo laging gusto natin ito, gusto natin pakita, no? Maganda pakita ng mga Pilipino ngayon. Mas maganda yung wala tayong utang. Alright? So, my brotherly reminder or advice to many of you. Next is, since you know how to handle money, medyo naman management ng utang mo, you need to start building your emergency funds. If you can do it at the beginning, mas maganda, no? This ECQ, we learn how to be able to build. We learn the value of. I just have to. How do you get things? Sorry, hindi pala ako nakatanggal ng camera. I just have to quiet my dog. Okay, build your emergency fund. So kaya lang gawin ngayong ECQ, GCQ. We were able to understand the importance and why it's that. So yun nga ang concept doon, no? So if there's anything we learn from the ECQ, the GCQ, the COVID is this is very important, and maybe we need a bigger emergency fund. So next time na magkaroon ng problema, aberya, ready tayo. So build your emergency funds. Ang recommended ko rito is 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. If you're spending 50,000 a month, ideally, meron kang 150,000, backup lang. Don't invest it. Put it in a savings account, money market account, or whatever, as something that you can change into cash quickly without losses. So 3 months is good, 4 months is better, 5 months is great, and 6 months is excellent. Okay? So this is my recommendation for all of you. Now, again, the next step is for you to also understand that risks will always be present in our lives. So maraming mga magiging problema sa atin. We will be exposed to, untimely death, serious physical breakdown, magkasakit, and all these things. So it is important that you protect yourself from life risks. So very important, understand the value and importance of insurance. So insure your life, insure your health, and insure your wealth. So very important. Life, health insurance, non-life, are the things na kailangan mo. Lahat to may requirement to of may requirement to of premiums. That's why you manage your money so that you can afford these things. By the way, hindi po ako nag-repect. Then eventually, you begin to learn how to invest for the future. Okay? Invest for the future. You should now begin to learn. I tell people before investing, papasok agad ng stock market, di naiintindihan, tapos walang emergency fund, dahil pang utang. So we have to be careful. So before you start investing, before starting business, fix these things first. So this is ideally para ready ka. So invest for the future. Just some tips, no? Investing requires study. Never invest in something you don't understand. Know your objectives. Know your time frames. Know your risk tolerance. These are all important factors. I don't have the time to discuss all of them, but these are things that you should be able to be ready with and study. No? And then some of them requires further study. Example, if you like to go to the stock market, you should learn fundamental analysis or technical analysis, or even if you're investing in something like a mutual fund, the UITF, UL, you still study a little bit, do a little bit of research. There's a lot of information about those things anyway. You can do that. There are some videos about it that I have. You can check it as well. So investing for the future is very important. And I want to encourage a lot of Filipinos to invest as low as 1,500, 2,000, 5,000. You can start with something. Depende na ngayon yan sa'yo. Ang tip ko lang, money that you invest is something that you are willing to forget for the next 10 years, 15 years, because the good investments are long-term in nature. So very important that when you start to invest, alam mo kung ano yung pinapasok mo at alam mo kung para saan. Right? Never, again, I said, never invest in something you do not understand. This is what you call due diligence. Kailangan inaaral mo kung ano yun, ano pinapasukan mo. Marami, kasi maraming scams ngayon. Okay? There are ways to see, kahit sabi mo na SEC registered sila, it can be a scam. So be careful. I do a lot of anti-scam advocacy, and I get in trouble because nagagalit sila sa akin. But kailang kawawa mga tao, no? Hirap na mag-ipon, mas scam pa. So be careful what you enter, what you get into. And tip ko, huwag mong madali. One of the best advice I can give you when it comes to investing your money is the principle of diversification. Do not just invest your money in one kind of an investment. Try to spread it. Kaya nga importante, you should constantly improve and build your finances para, kasi syempre pag ang pera mo 5,000, hindi mo naman madadiversify yan. So as you build it, diba? So umpisa, kunyari, puro mutual fund lang, puro stocks lang. Pag lumaka na yan, you begin to diversify. Property, you might want to start a small business. All of these things are very good. And the Bible is very helpful, no? Ecclesiastes 11:2 says, "But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risk may lie." Very sound, fundamental wisdom that we can really understand. And siguro, this is something, lahat naman ng investment advocates will tell you, do proper diversification. Okay? And as I end, people always ask me, ano ba talaga ang secret? Paano ba talaga yumaman? Everybody, sabi nila, power of the mind. Sabi nila, ganito. Sabi nila, dapat negosyante ka lang. So, parang minsan mali. Pag negosyante ka, yaman ka, sigurado. Pag empleyado ka, maghihirap ka. Marami ko lang empleyado, yumaman. Marami ko lang negosyante, naghihirap. And vice versa. So, what you need to understand is this. The secret to wealth is not a secret. And I want to share it. I picked it up again from the Bible. Proverbs 6:6-8 says, "Go to the aunt of sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief officer or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest." All right? So very, very strong. No? Why am I using the aunt? Because the Bible is full of wisdom, and it's the truth. So go to the aunt, tingnan mo din langgam. Bakit? Ang langgam masipag. Wala naman langgam na tamad eh. Pero ang langgam hindi na masipag, ang langgam ay masinop. So you see the principles behind it. You follow it, and then you will see that it will bring you success. Just remember, wealth in itself is not the end goal. And I always like to end my talks with this. I remind people that wealth and even the ability to create wealth comes from the Lord. And it is not for our own purpose. There is a deeper purpose for money, and I don't have the time to explain it, but go check my YouTube channel. So please subscribe. And makita nyo, I do a lot of videos, and I do a lot of this post and even a blog site. You can check all of these things. Basta I tell people, kung alam mo na yung value, kung alam mo kung para sa kanya, then you see the success will happen. Diba? Very important that you understand. Kasi people forget eh. Matthew 6:33 reminds us to seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. I'm an economist by education. I understand all these things. I sit in the board of Billion Funds. I am an advocate. I get to talk to a lot of people. I'm involved with a lot of enterprises. And as a finance guy, it's not very encouraging to see what's going on right now. But as a believer of the Lord, I am not in despair. I believe that there is no recession in God's economy. So much so that if we put our faith in Him, we trust Him, we do things the way He wants us to do, we make Him our Lord and Savior, we will not have to worry about the future. In the times of disaster, we're not within. In the days of famine, we enjoy it. Yes, we will go through challenges. Yes, we will go through struggles, but we know that the Lord is sovereign. We know that at the end of the day, we can claim His promises for our life. All right? I have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I've been quite active in YouTube lately, late comment to YouTube, but you can do subscribe. I do like my video tonight at 8 p.m. is, do millennials really need life insurance? It's a question that a lot of people ask. Talk about economy, talk about many things. And some of them are videos that can also encourage you. So I have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Wala po akong TikTok. Siguro si Luis na lang may TikTok yan. But ako po wala. So with that, thank you very much. And thank you, Vertical Parallel, for putting this together. If there's maybe a few questions, one or two, I can begin to answer them. Luis, turn back to you. Oh, yan. Sumunod ako sa oras mo. Baka, usually kasi tender mo lagi. No? But alam namin kakain na kayo. So, okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ninong. Yan. Thank you, Sir Randell. Okay. Prior, when we posted the poster for today, meron na nag-send sa amin ng mga PM questions last night. So, kasi some of them would not be able to watch kasi they're parang pauwi pa lang yata sila, and the others are teachers. So actually, more the attendees or more of the viewers from the previous series, mga teachers sila. So, any tips and advice for teachers? The first question nila is, can I teach the money management to students? Yun yung first question nila. And second is, are there any tips as we teach also our co-teachers about money?
I guess I'm part of the group that I just did this session with the DepEd, BSP. We're doing a lot of these things. Money management is now required curriculum in the public school system. So talagang there's guidelines. I think there's training. BSP is helping DepEd with these things. You got invited. I've done a lot of stuff for DepEd in the past, no? So meron na talaga yan. So I guess we just have to build a skill. One tip ko lang for those teaching money management, be very, very practical. Don't be theoretical as much, no? And the best way to do this is to be a good example, no? You cannot we cannot give what you don't have. So teachers, you need to manage your money well, get out of debt. I know a lot of them have a problem with debt issues. But begin to save more, invest more, be a little bit more forthright in the management of your money. And you will see that that's very important. You can do that. Co-teachers talagang, minsan, alam mo sa totoo lang, I've been an advocate teaching. Minsan, family members, mahirap turuan, di ba? In fact, minsan, mas mahirap pa nga. Pero, just be constant lang. Be constant. Be a good example. Hindi mo naman pwede sermonan yung mga co-teachers mo, di ba? Walang pasagan ng trip. Pero, you can now, lalapit at lalapit sa iyo yan eh. Nagigipit utang, opportunity for you to teach them and to guide them. So, that's my long answer to your short question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, next, ito may question. Hindi pa siya insurance. Real estate agent. Okay, his name is Ricky. Okay, I work on a commission-based real estate agent. Are there any tips for me to increase my cash flow?
Okay. Number one, it's a challenge to sell property. Although I've done some property, I do a lot of investment forum for companies like Ayala Land. There are yung mga masisipag, masigasig na property consultants are nakabenta pa rin naman, although it's a challenge now. So my point is you just have to double your effort. And at the same time, maybe as long as you're focused also you can find ways to increase your income through other sources. So, hindi naman siguro masama sumideline a little bit of that so that while we're waiting for the economy to go back, and then one of the things that magsisipa is property, no? But while we're waiting for that, you can sustain yourself. And that's the purpose and that's the value of why emergency funds are important.
Okay, thank you. To Ricky, don't worry sir. Yung seminar po natin or yung webinar po na kinonduct ni Sir Randell ngayon would be published. Hindi ko po yan tatanggalin sa ating sa page. So, pwede niyo po mapanood later. Alam ko pauwi ka pa lang. So, ingat Sir Ricky. Okay, Sir Randell, may question pa. Ito. Insurance agent. Okay, hindi ko alam. So, a question is, what are the top two questions or the topmost questions about finance that you are being asked this time of pandemic?
Should I still continue to invest? Yan po yung question. At saka, saan maganda ilagay ang pera? So, dalawa yan. Iba naman paano kumita, I mean, of course. But I guess I'm a finance person, so that question is, should I continue to invest? Ang suggestion ko, depends yan. Depends on objective, depends on risk tolerance. If you're investing in the stock market, particularly April was a good time to come, March was a good time, even part of May, although we have recovered a little bit, but it's still good in the long term. But understand that you have to wait for a long time for these things to recover. So for me, okay yan. The next question is what to do with their investments. So again, go back to these questions. Objectives, timeframes. You need to understand these things so that you would know what to do with your investments.
Okay. Yan na. Sagot ni Sir Randell very quickly and very practical yung answers from the questions. Ito, medyo, okay, maganda to. Parang relationship to, Sir Randell. Question is, we are soon to be a couple. How can I discuss money issues about helping my family with my partner?
Ako, alam mo, mahaba-haba ko yan. I did a money and marriage session with Victory Green Hills. No? I think it's uploaded in their YouTube channel. And I highly recommend, or maybe I can give the link to you. Basta punta kayo sa Victory Green Hills YouTube channel. Put my name, Randell and Mia Tiongson. We did a money and marriage talk there. You can watch the video. It's gonna be helpful for you. Do watch that and I know it's gonna help you. Ang dami niyan, hindi ko kahirap sagutin dito. No? But there's a video na ginawa na namin that ginawa namin yan for the church and it's uploaded in their YouTube and also in their Facebook. But I think mas madali mag-search sa YouTube. Just go to Victory Green Hills channel and then just look for Randell and Mia Tiongson. Lalabas naman yan. Or I can give Luis maybe later the links for that.
Oh, tama. Okay. So, yan. Hingi ko kay Sir Randell.
That video is like an hour. So, panoorin nyo mag-fiancé kayo. It's really going to help you.
Oh, I think dadagdag na rin yung seminar na yun sa from the two seminars that usually couples attend. The family planning seminar at saka marriage counseling. No, I hope the government would include that.
We have a session on that. I think this August. I think Sun Life wants me to do that also. So abangan nyo na lang yan. There's things that we are offering, and of course, we have yan. The video really helped. Marami na lumapit sa akin. I just give them the link and then sabi niya, thank you. The video answered all their questions.
So yung common na question, okay, hindi po ito ang first time mo magtanong, pero marami na po natanong nagtatanong kay Sir Randell nitong about money management for couples.
Yeah. Sobrang dami. And kami naman, my wife and I, si Yonina, we like talking to people about that. So, actually, we recorded a session on that yesterday. I don't know. It's for Sun Life. I don't know where they use it. We recorded the session for that. But again, it's a recording for Victory Green Hills on those things. So, but nga ngayon, hindi na kailangan live. They can just review some of the videos that we have.
Okay. Before I proceed to the next two questions, any events that they can catch you?
All of this I post in. Number one, every Tuesday I have a Build Your Future community. I started that. I'm not the only one. Like tonight, it's going to be Val Baguios. So you just go to Facebook. There's a Build Your Future community page, and every Tuesday we have live sessions. Jason, Val Baguios, Arnel Pipito, all of these great, Garrett Marari, lahat yan, I teach there every Tuesday. So that's a free, it's a way to help young professionals be more empowered. I do a lot. Marami naman akong sessions. You just check on my, I always post it in Facebook and Instagram. So do check it out. Madami naman yan.
Okay. I'll throw in the next question. Gusto ko yun I saw the scriptures that you posted, but also we have viewers kasi ninong na who are jobless right now. So any encouragement that you can give to them?
Again, may video ako, The Purpose of Trials. Please watch that. Right now kasi siguro, I mean, you need to understand that these things will happen. That's why yung tinuro ko, preparation, all these things. But I think, number one is huwag mawala ng pag-asa. Number two is, you have to take a look at your skill sets. No? Baka yung skill sets mo, you should be open to try new ideas, try new work, how to be involved in the gig economy. Maybe meron akong mga nakausap kind of humility, parang hindi ko kaya mag-online selling, parang mga ganun. So you have to start thinking about these things. There are a lot of ways for you to be able to generate income. Maybe not the income that you used to have, but at this point, any money coming in should be treated as a blessing. So check on your skills. What can you do? And there's a lot of things that you can actually do right now. Marami pa rin naman na pwede mo makitang gawin. And of course, you really need to pray, ask the Lord to really help you with these things.
Okay. So yeah, very encouraging. Like we always say, you look at it in a perspective of how would God would deal with you. So alam ko more blessings would come. We are in the pandemic, but I believe this is what we really believe together with Ninong Randell.
Luis, promote ko lang, no?
Sige, sure.
Promote. I don't need to promote this so people really watch it anymore. Pero that's not my note. Pero akin pala yun. Pero lang, just want to encourage a lot of people. I did a video called The Purpose of Trials. I want you to go to my YouTube channel and look for that video and watch it. It's an hour and a half long video. But I hope it can really help you with what you're going through. And while you're there, please do subscribe. So, yun lang. Yeah. So, then, yung tanong ko sa inyo, all of these things are there. I've done a lot of these things. Para, I know it's just be conscious with the time. Baka maraming gusto na kumain ng dinner.
So yeah, okay. Please do subscribe. I think I think a group will also post that YouTube link from Sir Randell, because it would. We know that this would be helpful to you. So, moving to the last question because of time constraints. This is a question from I think naka-attend to ninong ng mga events mo kasi he's an insurance agent. The question is, can you share with us, Sir Randell, why are some people really scared or confused about insurance, and what would you recommend?
I think you have to do the financial planning. You have to really understand the needs and cover, and you need to go educate. For advisors, I've always wanted to encourage them. That's why I do programs like the masterclass and stuff for this. They really need to understand that they need to educate well. They need to uncover needs, avoid hard selling, and these things are very important. Timely lang. New video tonight at 8 p.m. Should millennials buy life insurance? In that we talk about this, why all this is. So again, the only way to do this is to educate people. Marami talagang takot, maraming bad experience, maraming advisors hindi marunong magbenta. That's why it's important that this education, this advocacy remains alive. So I hope there's no steadfast answer for that kasi malalim-dalim yan. So I have to go deeper, but basically those are the answers. And you watch the video at 8 p.m. Premiering tonight because maraming dun sa mga katanungan mo baka masagot.
Okay.
So lahat ng sa akin, Luis, may video katapat.
Yan. So may video na. So may parang volume video na.
Bago nyo rin itanong na ng maraming beses.
So because si Sir Randell has been with financial industry and has been teaching for a long time. So, thank you.
Mabubuhay
So,
ko
yan.
na
Hi.
si Luis, office mate ko yan, 15 years ago.
Sabi
Okay.
ko nga, ikaw yung instruments kung paano ko na-meet si Jen.
Oh, nga. That's wow. That can be no, hindi naman 13 years ago or something like that. Or
Matagal na ba?
alright.
Okay.
So thank you. God bless all of you. Thank you. Hi Jen and mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Randall. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing wisdom, insight towards how we take personal finance towards not only with our families, but also with our own selves. So, Sir Randall, I just put you in waiting room as I do the announcements and closing.
All right. Bye. Bye, guys.
All right, everyone. Thank you. Yung shinare ni Sir Randall, I've seen his life and I've seen how he walks the talk. So if you do have time, if you can drop by National Bookstore, please do grab and get a copy of his book. Yan po ang mga books niya. I've read most of his books kasi hindi pa lahat. But I appreciate how he does the teaching, how he is really an advocate towards not only for personal finance but also the holistic style or holistic approach towards finances. And I have seen together with his wife how they've been so generous, not only with their time but also with their resources in helping others as well. We're blessed. Personally, we're blessed knowing them, and it's an honor or a privilege to be part of what they're doing. So that's why we invited kanina talaga si Sir Randall. He's one of yung mga speakers that we can always tap into. So that's why kaya nga po invite ko siya as ninong din, di ba? So malaki po ang impluwensya niya sa buhay ko, hindi lang po sa akin, hindi sa kasama ng aking asawa. And we're so happy that we're ending today's series on finance. I hope everyone was able to learn more about how we approach our personal finances. To our teachers, to our viewers who have been joining us lagi. Thank you po. I know nagbago kami ng time slot this time, 6 o'clock. But we will move back to our 5 p.m. just to make sure that everyone most of can catch. And also, don't worry, hindi po namin buburahin, okay? Hindi po namin buburahin yung videos. You can still watch them. So, we're just actually just to share with you, we are really pinag-isipan talaga namin if we move it on the 5 or 6 p.m. because we wanted to reach more audiences. So if you've been watching with us, please do a host watch party, di ba? Kahit naman po tapos, you can still share it with people who who could benefit from this one. So yeah, just to end you with this one, allow me to just finalize yan ang aking okay. So Transformational Leadership, please do support. Not support, but I'm encouraging you to attend on August 4 and 6 together with Mr. R.D. Abelio. I guarantee you this would benefit you, not only po kayo, but also if you belong to a group, your group, and also if you are in an office, okay, or in a department, this would benefit your department, regardless of ranks, kung nasan po tayo, if you're in middle management or the higher management, I guarantee you this would be helpful to you as you lead and as you live to this new normal. So please to attend, avail of the 3+1 promo. Okay? So the Crisis Management Planning, another seminar that we'll be holding on August 19-20, a masterclass together with Mr. Joel Elio and Ms. Jenny Magalong. To know more about this, please do visit our page. We will we will show or post the information or the publishing posters soon. Ay, nakalabas na ba? Okay, nakalabas. Malapit na daw, sabi ng aking mga producers. So, anymore, please do like, follow, subscribe on Vertical Parallel Asia. Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Okay? We support people. We support our groups. We support our friends. Okay? Please visit Splat Manila. Okay? They do food photography. If you're a food entrepreneur, please do get in touch with us. Magaling po silang kumuha para po yan sa ads ng inyong mga food businesses. Okay? Valencianos is a friend of mine. Okay? For food to go, just get in touch with them. So thank you for si Miko at si Kael. They're part of our team. So we are, okay, sabi nga ni Sir Randy, but diversify or look for other opportunities. So ito po yung ginagawa natin. So, anymore? Sorry, hindi ko makita yung screen. Ayan. Okay, as I close, I really appreciate. Thank you, Sir Randall, once again, and hello to to Miss Mia, to Miss Mia. Okay, ninang po namin sa kasal, to Sir Randall. So we appreciate your time sharing and also your wisdom. Not only in this present time that you're sharing with us, but also dun sa mga influence nyo sa mga itinuturo nyo. So we're happy. We're privileged to be part of the advocacy, of your advocacy, the financial advocacy. So, friends, families, thank you. Okay, please to support Burden to Breakthrough. And before I close, okay, allow me to close in prayer. So, let us close. So, Father, we thank you for the opportunity you're giving us. We thank you that it is you who gives us the ability to produce wealth, and we know, Father God, that you will bless us and you will always provide for our needs because you are the one who is sovereign over this pandemic. We know that situation will change, the economy may be low, but I know that your power would change things because you are you can turn things around in our favor to bless us. We honor you this afternoon and this evening, oh God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So guys, please enjoy the week. Please do catch us in our pages. In our page, Vertical Parallel Asia. Support our Burden to Breakthrough campaign. And please do attend our seminars, okay? Our master classes. I guarantee you this would help you, your group, and our industry. Okay, so everyone, thank you, good evening, and good night. God bless.